Hello, this is Larry Chapman, and I want to thank you for taking the time to view this presentation on why take Level 1 Certified Wellness Program Coordinator Training. Our agenda for this session includes the following topics. First of all, I'd like to share a view from the field about what I've observed during this 40-plus year career in Worksite Wellness. Secondly, provide you an overview of the WellCert program in terms of its major objectives. Third, to be able to share some of the 4 areas of emphasis we attempt to deal with in the Level 1 Certified Wellness Program Coordinator Training. The next area I'd like to share with you are some highlights from Level 1. We'll look at 4 examples of the slides that contain some of the content that we cover. The next area is some case characteristics, the organization that we apply all of our 12 skills to during the course of the training. Then I'd like to share some of the tools that we provide in the Level 1 course. There are 14 different tools that we utilize and help you be able to determine how to use. We also have a series of membership benefits that come after the certification. So those I'd like to review with you. And then I also would like to review with you the 3 major venues, ways that you can actually get the training and the certification and what the cost of that is. And finally, how to get some of your questions answered that have not been addressed in this particular online presentation. Now, I'd like to share with you a view from the field. And first of all, I want to deal with how does the Certified Wellness Program Coordinator program actually help differentiate your skill set? And we believe there are 5 ways. First of all, we believe that your ability to receive some conventional wisdom and some consensus on that is part of what you get out of the training program itself. And I think that also helps to confirm some of your own technical perspective and orientation. Secondly, I've observed that the people coming into the Worksite Wellness field tend to come from fairly diverse professional preparation backgrounds. So this certification is actually designed to fill in key gaps. Third, there's also some unique challenges that go with work organizations, and this certification provides insights and proven solutions for those. Fourth, there's a need for you to be able to have a proof of your technical credibility, and this certification represents one of the oldest and largest professional certifications in wellness program management that's offered in the industry. The 5th major way is this particular certification also helps you broaden what may be a fairly narrow breadth of experience. You may have had 1 or 2 or 3 organizations that you've had wellness experience with. This is designed through case study and application and interaction to actually help add additional sense of confidence around wellness and its application in different organizations. Now, in terms of my background, I have bachelor's and master's degree in public health. I've specialized in healthcare administration, medical technology, and environmental health. In 40-plus years of full-time work in delivering and designing programs with about 1,000 employer wellness programs. Also been fortunate to be able to spend about 35 years as an editor and columnist for a number of professional publications in Worksite Wellness. Now, my key observations are that the people who come to the Worksite Wellness program management come from very diverse backgrounds. Oftentimes they have some fairly major biases, and those biases may come from clinical background or HR and benefits or education and coaching. And there's also a need for very specialized skills that are not necessarily adequately addressed in many of the health education, health promotion, bachelor's and master's programs that I have examined. The needs for practitioners include a need to know more about how healthcare utilization and cost, plan design, and other features actually make impacts on the cost and utilization of healthcare. Also, more is needed among practitioners about the economics of healthcare and employee health, and business values, semantics, and business mindset. and also how to get across the chasm between short-term wellness behavior and long-term wellness behavior. So those are some of the major needs that I see for practitioners in the field. Our response to these observations and insights is to develop a skill-based training program that uses strong case application, broad economic rationale, broad intervention approaches, going far beyond the traditional kind of risk reduction, chronic disease prevention emphasis of much of our worksite wellness activities, and also a strong emphasis on producing desired results. So these are some of the highlights of a view from the field. Now, an overview of the WellCert program includes Level 1 really is designed to emphasize the design skills in programming, both initial design as well as iterative design in terms of each year of programming and how that needs to change and be modified over time. And Level 2 tends to emphasize the operational skills rather than the design skills. So there we go deeper into some of the major challenges that affect the field of worksite wellness. Level 3 emphasizes large organizational settings and how we modify our approach to wellness to compensate for large and complex organizations. And Level 4, we emphasize any size setting of work organization and our consultation skills in terms of our ability to help an organization do the best that it possibly can in its worksite wellness efforts. The emphasis in the Certified Wellness Program Coordinator program, we're going to break into 4 major challenges and then lay out the skills that we essentially address in each of those challenges. First of all, one of the key challenges at the Certified Wellness Program Coordinator level is program positioning. It's how are you, in fact, positioning the wellness activity. And the skills include how to get strong senior management support for wellness, how to assess wellness needs both initially as well as ongoing, and then how to set your wellness strategy. And we work with 3 different major strategy or program models. The feel-good model, which is largely a morale-oriented kind of approach to wellness. The second major strategy or program model is the traditional wellness program model, and that's more of almost a smorgasbord with a lot of offerings, but not a lot of compelling reason for people to participate in wellness. And then the third strategy is the results-driven wellness strategy, and that's where we are extending our targeting. We're expanding it. We're expanding the number of interventions, the degree of incentive strength behind those interventions, the extent to which policies and integration of programming is carried out, and the extent to which there's a formal effort to change the culture of the organization toward wellness values. The second major challenge that we see that's met by the CWPC program is helping people feel comfortable and confident building capacity. And that means we deal with how to organize administratively your program, how to use technology effectively in your program, and how to use personal health data to essentially customize or personalize your wellness program. The third major challenge is to enhance engagement. And there we talk about marketing and communication around your program, how to provide tracking and feedback to individuals to engage them, and then how to design group activities that are engaging. The fourth major challenge that we see met by the CWPC training is securing results, and we deal with how to create a supportive environment. That's the policy and environmental issues around programming, how to design on-site programming, and then how to evaluate your program. So those are the ways in which we see each of these 4 major challenges being addressed by the content or the skills we focus on in the Level 1 Certified Wellness Program Coordinator training. Highlights from our Level 1 program include the following 4 slides, and I'm going to touch on each of these slides quickly and just give you an idea of what kind of content that you would run into if you were to take the Level 1 course. This particular graphic is from the World Economic Forum, and it basically deals with the issue of why wellness is not going to go away. It essentially says for these 8 risks and behaviors, you can see them listed around the ring. It drives the 15 chronic conditions you see from 1 to 15 listed in the middle of the graphic. And then we talk about how that accounts for 80% of the total costs of all chronic illnesses worldwide. And for the U.S. healthcare system, last year's $3.6 trillion spent on healthcare, approximately 75% of that were due to chronic illness. And 80% of that chronic illness is accounted for by these 8 risk factors and 15 chronic conditions. We use this and talk about how to position your wellness program based on this insight. The next slide we're going to look at is to select additional strategies to increase your chances of success in terms of getting strong senior management support. And we break our slides out into the Pareto group, which is our most important items. Those are the ones you see on the left. And then the less important, but also, something that needs to be addressed, you can see listed down each one of these. And part of our content is to go through the process of talking about each one of these, what it means, and this then helps us enhance our ability to build strong senior management support for wellness programming. Also, throughout the presentation, we take you back to specific tools, and this one just identifies a particular tool in the back of the book, which we talk about related to positioning your wellness program with senior management. The next slide we're going to look at is the results-driven wellness framework. This work was originally done by D. Eddington. I did some modifications on it, but the idea that you have a wellness program that has needs and targets, and you can see the kinds of issues that we can describe in terms of metrics and data and analytics. We have a 6-step planning process that we take you through. That comes up with your program strategy and then the set of interventions that you would go ahead and implement. Once you implement them, you can then look at intermediate results. So we have ways of being able to help you structure the ability to track cohorts and to see what's happening related to behavior change, health status improvements, biometric changes, and survey results from employees. And then finally, we have ultimate results, which can be categorized into economic benefits. We look at 5 different economic benefits of wellness. You can see them listed. That's the ROI side. And then the VOI, value on investment, are a number of other important organizational dimensions that wellness can in fact make a contribution to. In addition, we also talk about the feedback loop, which takes us back into the next cycle of programming. So this framework we use as the logical structure to help you convince senior management that you're the right person for the job and that you know how to implement wellness that's going to produce results. The next slide is what we use to help people get a hold of what are higher order results of wellness programs and lower order. We call this our results hierarchy. So you can see as we move up from the bottom, attention changes, knowledge changes, attitude changes, readiness to change, changes in the population. That oftentimes leads us into short-term behavior change. There is a chasm in most programming where our programs don't get across that chasm and actually help people with long-term behavior change. That long-term behavior change then sets us up to be able to measure and track health risk changes, health status changes, disease prevalence and condition prevalence, healthcare utilization changes, health claims costs, and economic return. So this particular graphic just shows you how we help you get a clear idea of what results you want to program for as you approach wellness in your particular setting. Now let's look a little at the case characteristics that we use for this particular level. The case involves a civil engineering company. It's called Advanced Engineering, Inc. It is a 500+ employee firm. It's about 84% male. 1 major location and 200 remote staff. That produces a challenge for us in terms of programming. They want a world-class wellness initiative, so you have an opportunity to design that for them as a company. Moderate financials, so they're doing okay, but not great. So they need to watch some of the economic issues of wellness. They have one bad and expensive health plan. So part of our approach is to be thinking about how the wellness issue fits with a retake and update on their benefits. And then it is a sports-oriented, more gambling-oriented work culture. So this is a overview of the particular case that's used in 4 separate exercises where you apply all 12 of the basic skills of the level 1 course to designing a wellness program for this particular kind of work organization. The level 1 toolkit contents include a number of things that we put into the program for your benefit. Tool number 1 is a glossary of health and wellness terms to give you more of the background, technical background on the field. Tool number 2 is a summary table of the benefits of worksite wellness programs. We work that around management and management's role in wellness. Tool number 3 is a sample of wellness interest survey, so you actually get a chance to look at what it would be like if you were to collect information about wellness interests among the workforce members. Tool number 4 is a summary table on wellness strategy characteristics. So we help you get deeper into the feel-good, traditional, and results-driven models. Tool number 5 are components of organizational infrastructure, what you have to put together to have sustainable programming. Tool number 6 are a deeper dive into the components of the technology that you can build around wellness programs, things like health surveys, coaching activities, e-health portals, email distribution, a whole variety of different kinds of technology. Tool number 7 deals with a sample of a wellness program launch letter or email. Tool 8 is the ability for you to have a possible HRA and screening follow-up interventions. Tool number 9 is a worksheet for planning group and on-site activity. We take you through a process with particular ways of planning to lead to better outcomes. Tool number 10 is a sample wellness program planning checklist, getting ready for your programming. Tool number 11 is a sample of an annual program evaluation survey that you can use in a kind of survey monkey approach. Tool number 12 is an assorted series of 10 program examples from the health project that have demonstrated the peer review level proof that they can modify healthcare need and demand. Those are also called the COOP project award winners. Tool number 13 is a sample of a wellness program design worksheet. That's the overall 6-step design worksheet. Tool number 14 is a sample of a fairly extensive health risk assessment and the kinds of questions that can be asked. These are keyed back also into the possible HRA and screening follow-up interventions in tool number 8. So this constitutes the level 1 toolkit. Each level has its own toolkit. So these are the tools that we would be looking at as we go through the 2-day training or through the webinar and or online program. Membership benefits, and this is something that we do to help you continue to learn. We have the following. First of all, you're placed on a national registry, which just shows your status in terms of your level of certification and its active versus inactive nature. Connections newsletter, you get that twice a month on the 1st and 15th of each month. You can download the tool and or the resource that we identify. We tell you why it's important and what you can do with it. We also have up to 5 research requests per year that you can make. We also have a curated search engine with several hundred different tools and documents that you can use for a variety of purposes. And then we have 50 plus CE modules. They range from approximately 25 minutes to about 75 minutes in length. They focus on a whole range of technical issues. And there also are monthly office hours where you can actually meet in a phone-based bridge that allows others to join and then to essentially ask questions and then discuss solutions and ways of of solving various problems. So those are all what we consider to be part of your membership benefits. You do get a free year of membership for completion of the Level 1 program. If you want to re-up your membership that next year and you don't sign up for a Level 2 training, you essentially can do so for $99. So that just kind of lets you know about the membership benefits that we offer. Now, the venues available include the following areas. You can actually get this certification training on live webinar series. We do those in July and January. And they essentially use 3 hours a day for 4 weeks. So we set that up on Eastern Standard Time, so it's 11 to 2 East Coast time. The online is available anytime, so you can start that and proceed at your own self-paced direction. And the in-person will be held this year in one or more of these cities. We do probably 10 or so in-person trainings around the country, so you just need to check our website and see what's coming up. And the cost of this is $8.99. We also provide usually an opportunity for you to get a discount of $100 for your involvements in the member supporting organization or sponsoring organizations. So we do have the ability to do that. We also have some special discounts if you are paying for this yourself rather than your employer, or you in fact work for a nonprofit or government sector organization. So that gives you a little idea about the venue and the cost for the WellCert Level 1 Certified Wellness Program Coordinator Training. Now, if you have any questions, please email our customer support at support@chapmaninstitute.com and we'll get back to you. Or you can call us at the number on the screen, 206-552-9399. Or you can visit our website at the address that you see on the screen as well, chapmaninstitute.com. Thank you for your time today in viewing this particular online presentation, and we hope that you'll consider the WellCert Level 1 Certified Wellness Program Coordinator training as you think about your own professional development and your career development activities. Have a good day, and thank you again for your time.